Hi, it's Sherry, and today I want to show you another classic, classic yoga pose, and that's the triangle pose. In Sanskrit, it is Trikonasana, right? And that means triangle posture. And as you can see, I'm in our friend, the chair. So I'm going to start with a couple versions of seated, right? With different ways the legs can be used in this pose from seated. Now, this is one of those when we're standing, the legs can be fairly wide, which we're going to go into in a moment. So to mimic that wide stance, I'm going to hold onto the chair with one hand. I've got the seat of the chair, and I'm going to step my right foot out to the right, kind of in what I call the wide step. I'm going to take the arms off to the horizons, and then I'm going to start reaching to the right. Now, it's not going to go very far, and when the hip says, the left side here says that's good, then I'm going to pivot my arms in line with my legs. Now, if this feels wobbly, this down hand could be here at the hip crease or come back to the chair and hold on. We're breathing as we hold a shape. Right? We don't hold the breath here. When we're ready to come up, I'm going to start pulling to that left side, lifting through the right. I come up and I bring the arms down, get a hold of the chair, step that right leg back in. Now, grab the chair with the right hand, and we're going to do a different step out. So that wide one can sometimes feel a little more wobbly. I sometimes like to suggest what I call the square step out. Right? So I've got the left leg out. I'm turning my chest forward towards the right leg. So I'm getting a little hip opening happening. I want to keep the left hip down on the chair, right? Not lifting up. And then I take the arms out to the horizons. I reach off to the left, and same thing. This side is going to be like, that's far enough. And I'm going to bring the arms down. Now, one of the things I like about the square step is this left arm can just come to rest on that left knee. You can push off that left knee, reach the right arm away. I like to say you open the back as much as the front in this stage. And then to come out, right, I'm going to pull up to that right hand, lift through the left side, come up, reach out. Bring those arms down, one hand grabs the chair, step that leg back in. Right? You can hold this for longer. I'm just trying to get through the different stages and show you a pose you might add in a mix with other poses, like the downward facing dog I shared not too long ago. Now let's look at some standing versions. Now, often what I suggest for the standing versions is that you maybe do this at your kitchen counter, right? Hands right at the kitchen counter. Or you bring your chair and you put the back feet on the middle of the wide part of the mat. So you've kind of got this here. Unfortunately, when I'm making a video, the chair right there is right in the way. So I'm actually going to move it off camera and show you a couple of standing variations. So the first one, we're not going to step out any wider than the yoga mat is, right? This is only a little over a foot, close to 2 feet apart, a little wider than my hips. I'm going to turn the feet first. I'm leaning into the left leg and I'm turning the right toes out to face the right. Then I'm going to look down and I'm just going to turn the back left foot in a little bit. Hips are already trying to go left here. I'm going to take the arms off to the horizons again. Hips then do go left, right? And we reach right. And once again, the left side's going to be that's far enough. And we let the arms pivot, reach away. If it's feeling wobbly, this downward hand could again come to your hip crease and give you a little support there. You breathe as you hold. And now we're ready to come up again. I'm going to pull to the left side, lift through the right side, come up. We're going to bring that down, turn the feet forward. Let's look at that on the other side, right? With a narrow stance. Left toes turn out to the left. Right big toe turns in a little bit. Standing up tall, I'm going to flow the arms to the horizons. Hips go right, I reach left. And when I don't go any further left, I pivot my arms. And I keep the breath moving as I hold. Feel the feet press down and support you. And we're going to come up the inhale, pull to the right hand, lift through the left side, come up, turn the feet forward. Now let's look at another kind of more adventuresome version. If this one's feeling really easy, what you might move to is a wide stance. And you want to make sure, right, you haven't gone too wide. You want it to feel really solid and secure before you even turn the feet. So now I've kind of adjusted that. I'm going to turn the feet. Right toes turn out. Left toe, especially my left toe is pointing a little that way. I'm going to turn it in just a little bit. I'm going to turn my torso forward and take the arms out. Breathe in, and as I breathe out, I move the hips left and I start reaching right. And I flow. Now here's another place we can I might go down a little bit. I might go down a lot. Some of you might even be able to put your hand on a block or on this leg, right, if you want a little support. But in triangle, we're supposed to be strong through the sides, so we're not necessarily using the arms to hold us up. When I'm ready to come up, I'm pushing out of the feet, pulling back to the left side, lifting through the right, coming up. Right, turn the feet around. We'll give the shoulders a little break here. Left toes are going to point out to the left. Right big toe, I turn it in, just a little turn in. Arms flow to the horizons again. Hips reach right. I'm lifting a little in that left knee as I reach left, and then I pivot. I may stay up kind of high, or I may go lower. So long as it doesn't feel like we are collapsing forward over the front leg, lower might be a fun thing to explore. We keep the breath moving, reaching down into our feet, opening the upper back as much as the chest. And now we're going to come up. We're going to inhale, pull to that right hand, lift through the left side, strong through the feet. They turn forward, bring those arms down, and step your feet in. So several more variations to add to your collection of yoga poses to do at home. You can string these videos together, make your own movement playlist, and just finding places to add these in. You heard me say earlier, the kitchen's a great place to do this. Hands could be on the counter. You could also put your back up against a wall and practice it, since there's a little bit of balance in that stance, especially as we widen it. I hope you've enjoyed this practice. I look forward to sharing more with you. Thank you for your practice. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.